Level 0. Financial chaos. You wake up at 3 a.m. The room is silent, but your mind is screaming. You reach for your phone, not to check the time, but to check an app you already know is in the red. This isn't just being broke. This is level 0. Financial chaos. A state of bleeding. Every dollar that enters your pocket is already claimed by a ghost from your past. At level 0, your reality is a mathematical nightmare. Your expenses consistently swallow more than you earn. You aren't just spending money, you are consuming your future. You're living on borrowed time and borrowed dimes. Credit cards are maxed out just to pay off personal loans. You're robbing Peter to pay Paul, juggling debt like a circus performer on a tightrope that's fraying at both ends. The emotional toll? Panic. Pure, unadulterated survival mode. Your brain loses the ability to think about next year, or even next month. Your entire world shrinks down to one desperate question. How do I survive today? Every notification is a jump scare. Every unknown call feels like an attack. You aren't managing money, you're managing a crisis. But here's the truth. You cannot optimize your way out of a hemorrhage. You have to stop the bleeding. This stage requires radical, painful honesty. Cut everything non-essential. Subscriptions, dining out, ego-driven purchases, until only the bone remains. Hunt for immediate income, side hustles, selling what you own, working double shifts, whatever it takes. Chaos is a hole, but it isn't a grave. To reach level 1, you don't need a complex strategy. You need a tourniquet. Stop the debt, slash the spending, face the numbers. The moment you decide to stop running and start fighting is the moment the chaos begins to die. Survival starts with a single word. No. Level 1. Financial survival. The treadmill of exhaustion. You've stopped the bleeding. Level 0 is behind you, but you're far from safe. You're now on a treadmill. The financial treadmill. Running as fast as you can just to stay in the same place. You have a job. You have income. But by the 25th, your bank account is a ghost town. This is level 1, survival. The math here is a dangerous equilibrium. Your income is almost equal to your expenses. Every dollar that comes in already has a name on it, before it even touches your hand. Rent, utilities, groceries, transport. You are living paycheck to paycheck. On the surface, you look fine. But underneath, you are one flat tire away, one broken tooth away, one missed shift away from falling back into chaos, back to level 0. The emotional state? Anxiety. Constant. Low humming. Never fully gone. You're not broke, but you're not free either. Your brain is locked in short-term mode, obsessed with one question. How do I make it to next Friday? You're tired. Not from physical work, but from mental gymnastics. Stretching $10 into 3 days. To escape this trap, you need to find the leaks. Because money isn't just spent, it evaporates. $5 subscriptions you forgot about. Convenience meals because you're too tired to cook. Small treats that quietly grow into a mountain of waste. You must become a forensic accountant of your own life. Every cent must be tracked, recorded, interrogated. The goal isn't to get rich today. The goal is to create a tiny gap, between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is your oxygen. That gap is survival turning into control. It is the seed of your first emergency fund. Survival is not a destination. It is a season, and it's time to stop running in place and start moving forward. Level 2. Financial stability. The fortress of peace. For the first time in a long time, the storm has passed. You're not just surviving anymore. You are standing on solid ground. The panic of yesterday is gone, replaced by quiet confidence. Steady. Controlled. You check your bank account, and there is a buffer. This is level 2, financial stability. At this stage, you have a surplus. Your income is consistently higher than your expenses. You have built something powerful. a fortress, a safety net, an emergency fund that can carry your life for 3 to 6 months. No more high-interest debt, no more payday loans, no more sleepless nights. You have crossed a line, from being controlled by money to being the one in control. The emotional state? Relief. And something even more dangerous: hope. You've mastered budgeting, and it no longer feels like a cage. It feels like a map. Your brain changes gears, from survival mode to planning mode. The question is no longer, how do I make it to Friday? Now it becomes, how do I make sure I never go back? But this level is fragile. To stay here, you need discipline, unshakable discipline, because this is where most people fall. They see extra money and mistake it for freedom. They spend too early, upgrade too fast, reward themselves before the system is secure. Don't make that mistake. Your priority is simple. Erase every trace of old debt and automate your savings. Again and again and again. You are not building a lifestyle. You are building a foundation, deep enough, strong enough to carry the skyscraper of your future wealth. Stability is not the finish line. It is the bridge to true wealth. The moment you stop being a servant to your bills and start becoming the master of your life. Because in the end, peace of mind is the greatest return you will ever receive. Level 3. Financial accumulation, the engine of wealth. You've built the fortress. Now, it's time to build the engine. The silence of stability is gone, replaced by the hum of growth. You're not just saving anymore. You are weaponizing money. This is where the game changes, forever. This is level 3, financial accumulation. At this level, your income clearly outweighs your expenses. Every month, a surplus flows in. Consistent, predictable, relentless. But you don't let it sit. Idle money is dead money. So you put it to work. You buy assets, stocks, ETFs, small businesses. This is the moment you meet your most powerful employee. Compound interest. Quiet, invisible, but unstoppable. The emotional state? Excitement, confidence. For the first time, you feel it. You are no longer working for money. You are watching money work for you. Your mindset shifts from defense to offense. You stop asking, how much does this cost? And start asking, what does this return? One question begins to dominate your mind. How do I make this dollar create another dollar? But here's the danger. At level 3, the biggest risk is not the market. It's ignorance. Move blindly, and you lose everything you've built. So you evolve. You become a student of the game. You study investing. You learn strategy. You understand risk. Your risk. You don't chase hot tips. You don't follow noise. You build systems. You build a portfolio. Diversified. Intentional. Resilient. You are no longer just a worker. You are an owner. Accumulation is the turning point. The bridge between labor and liberty. The moment you realize your energy is limited, but your capital is not. So stop trading time for money. Start building something that grows while you sleep. Level 4. Financial optimization, the architect of wealth. You've built the engine. Now, you tune it for peak performance. You're not just an investor anymore. You are an architect. Every move, quiet, calculated, precise. Because you're not just making money, you are designing a legacy. This is level 4, financial optimization. At this stage, you are diversified. Income doesn't come from one place anymore. It flows from many directions. Active, passive, layered, structured. You've mastered leverage. Not just money, but skills, systems, people. You scale your wealth without scaling your time. The emotional state? Poise, decisiveness. You don't react, you respond. No more chasing hype. No more emotional trades. No more panic. You understand the game now. Risk management, insurance, tax efficiency. You stop asking, how much do I make? And start asking, how much do I keep? Every decision is no longer isolated. It becomes systemic. One question guides you. How does this move the entire machine? To reach true optimization, you focus on structure, asset allocation, cash flow design, system integrity. You automate everything. Money comes in, money gets deployed, money grows. Even when you step away, the system runs without you. And you protect it. Legally, strategically, intentionally. Because one bad event should never be able to destroy everything. Not again. Not ever. Optimization is the transition from earning to owning. You are no longer in the grind. You are above it, operating at a different level, a strategic level. So stop working for the system. Start becoming the one who owns it. Level 5, Financial Freedom, the Master of Time. The alarm clock is now a choice, not a command. The weight you've carried for years is gone. That invisible pressure, the need to earn, has evaporated. You've reached the summit. This is Level 5, Financial Freedom. The math of your life has changed forever. Your passive income is greater than your expenses. Your investments, your businesses, your assets, they generate more than enough to sustain your world. Without you, you are no longer tied to a 9-to-5 or a location. Your wealth is now an ecosystem, self-sustaining, breathing on its own. The emotional state? Serenity. And something even rarer, absolute choice. For the first time, who you are is no longer tied to how much you have. You don't work because you have to. You work because you choose to, because of a reason, a purpose, a why. The question changes again. It's no longer, how do I make more money? Now it becomes, how do I spend my limited time on what truly matters? Your priorities shift from more to better. You invest in things money can't buy. Your health, your mind, your spirit, your relationships. You're no longer managing money. You're managing a life. And now, you hold the ultimate power. The power to say no to anything that doesn't align with who you are. Because freedom is not about doing nothing. It's about doing only what matters. It is the transition from a life of necessity to a life of design. And in the end, true wealth was never about millions. It was about one thing: owning your time. Level 6, Financial Legacy, the Architect of Impact. You've climbed the mountain, and now you see the truth. The view was never just for you. It was meant for everyone else. You have moved beyond yourself. Your name is no longer just on a bank account. It is becoming a foundation for the future. This is Level 6, Financial Legacy. At this stage, your wealth exceeds your needs and your family's needs for generations. Money loses its old meaning. It is no longer for buying things. It becomes a tool for changing things. You build structures, family trusts, foundations, systems that live on after you're gone. Your wealth outlives your body. The emotional state? Fulfillment. Deep, quiet, complete, and gratitude. Your ego steps aside to make room for contribution. You no longer worry about markets or trends or status. One question remains: what will I leave behind? Not money, but impact. Your priority shifts from growth to meaning. You invest in people, in ideas, in change. You mentor. You guide. You fund what matters. Projects that move humanity forward. You are no longer building wealth. You are building a dynasty of value. A system where your success becomes a ladder for others to rise, not just a cushion for those who inherit. Because legacy is the highest form of wealth. It's the only thing you cannot take with you, and the only thing that stays. You have transformed money into meaning, currency into progress. And in the end, the goal was never to live forever. It was to create something that does. 7 levels, 7 different worlds. You might be in chaos right now, or maybe you're finally breathing in stability. But here's the truth you need to hear. Your current level is not your destination. It's your starting point. Wealth is not a lottery. It's a ladder. You don't jump from level 1 to level 5. Not overnight. If you try to optimize before you survive, you will fall. The game is simple. Master the level you are in, right now. Stop staring at the top of the mountain. Start focusing on the next grip, the next step. So take a moment, a real one. Look at your numbers, look at your habits, look at yourself. Are you bleeding? Are you running but going nowhere? Or are you ready to build something real? Identify your level, write it down, make it real. Then commit to one move. Just one. The move that takes you one step higher. Because this journey, from survival to legacy, is not built in a day. It is built with discipline, with patience, with time. Money is just a tool. But when you master it, you buy back the only thing that truly matters: your freedom. Level 0 to level 6. It's a long road, but the first step is always the same. Decide. Today. You are no longer a victim of your finances. You are the architect of your future. So ask yourself, which level are you on today? And more importantly, which one will you reach tomorrow?